When you've chosen that niche over time and you've created content consistently about it, that whole awkward first 75% of the sales process kind of gets solved by the content you create, like the trust building as well as the, hey, how do they even, who do they help? Like, why do I care? And what do they do? That's what excites me most about what we do now, is that it's a better way to create like alignment with potential clients. The sales process, which I'll kind of dive into it, like how I would define it. So basically the way I look at it is like social selling, content driven selling, and it's more focused on like building relationships and maintaining those relationships over time, and kind of building a community that engages with you on social media, like with your content and things of that nature. So one thing I did like about 6-7 months ago was early on in our sales journey, like I was just trying to have as many calls with people as possible, like video calls and stuff of that nature. And so I went ahead and went to Google Calendar and I made a list of every single person I've talked to over the past like 2 years. And I think it was a list of 250 people or something like that. And it would have grown since then. I haven't added to that list, but basically thinking, all right, out of those 250 people, who do you want to maintain a relationship with? And from there, what I do is create Google bookmarks in Google Chrome, basically linking to their social media profiles. And I have different lists for different things. Some of them are warm leads. Some of them are just people that maybe would probably never be a client, but I'd like to stay in touch with because I like them as a person, and maybe or as like a mentor or something like that. And then once a month, once every 2 weeks, go in and just engage with their content. Maybe they've posted a video recently talking about like their experience with their business or their growth, like actually leave a thoughtful comment. And if it's, hyper relevant, maybe reach out to them and send a direct message and just follow up more personally like that. And then from there, like what we're doing is we're focused on engaging with people that are already posting on social media and kind of coming to that world themselves. And that's something we're doing too, is we're showing up on social media. We're posting useful videos to help people with their repurposing. We're posting these video podcasts on YouTube and distributing them on social media. So like while we're seeing what they're up to, also they're able to see what we're up to, and trying to figure out how we can like create that alignment where they actually know what service we can offer. And I think that's one of the coolest things about content marketing actually, is that if you do it correctly, people actually know what you do and know how you can help. And then when they reach out to you, interested in your services, it may only take one call to close them as a client, because they know, all right, this is how the service works. This is kind of how much it costs. This is what we can expect as far as timelines and things of that nature. Because that's all stuff we've talked about in the content we posted in the past, or content on the website. Whereas I feel like when you and I were going to networking events consistently, like when we wanted to land a client, we'd maybe have to have 4 meetings with them before they even trusted us and before they even knew what we wanted, how we could help. Because basically the conversation would go like this. And this was kind of before we had really niched down. Is like they would be like, oh, so what do you do? How do you help? And we would be like, oh, well, we want to know what you do first. We want to know what problems you have, because whatever problems you have, we can solve. It was a very like roundabout way. It's kind of like the consulting model, right? And I think it is important to, like, every client we were working with was different and the services we were offering were different. But when you've chosen that niche over time and you've created content consistently about it, that whole awkward first 75% of the sales process kind of gets solved by the content you create, like the trust building as well as the, hey, how do they even, who do they help? Like, why do I care? And what do they do? That's what excites me most about what we do now, is that it's a better way to create like alignment with potential clients.